Hey peeps, it's Andercon, and today I'm going to build one of these right here. It's going to go in this hole right there. This is pretty much where I left off 2 or 3 videos ago, back when I built the base for that over there. And it's, I think, 2 levels lower than what that was at the end of that video. So just cut off a couple layers of whatever the hell this stuff is, and you'll be alright. So, the idea on this is I'm having a square structure on top of a round hole. Funny, I know. So, to get this started, I'm going to need a bit of wood and some stone, maybe some stone bricks after a few minutes. And, I'm going to just chuck that there, and start covering up this hole right here with a bit of stone. And somewhere over here I need to keep going. Yeah, right here. And over here. Like that. See, I think I need to do one more across the top here. Not there. You! Out of the way. Alright. Put this in y'all. And, see, this I believe is where I want to, yeah, okay, here we go. This is where I switch over to the stone bricks, right there. And, see, I want to put a piece of wood there, stone brick this here, and piece of wood there, stone brick this right here. Try not to fall off and get myself killed. There we go. And that links up pretty good. And you have the base for this right here. So I just put in these blocks right there, the stone brick blocks. I already did this other side over here, and if it was ever daytime, seems to never be convenient. Come on, lights. Give me some lights. Alright. Put this here for a minute. Hopefully you can see what this is supposed to look like. Yeah, there we go. So, just a whole bunch of blocks going inward on the circle, and it ends up being a flat spot right here because of the way I've got this done right there. And it'll look pretty nice. I'm going to go ahead and put this one in, and I'll be right back. Well, now that I've got the rest of the base set up, we can go ahead and start building the rest of this. Now, if you look at this, this is pretty much a 13 wide square circle right here on the top. So you got kind of half of a circle, and it's extended a ways up just so I can have this interesting design with the slots here. And this is kind of rounded off right here too. I thought it'd look nice like that. So we're going to start with this, and I'm going to build on this side, I suppose, for now. And I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to hop up 10 blocks. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. I'm at the proper height. And I go over 1, and then I hop up 2 blocks. Then over 1, then 1 block high. And I scoot over 2 blocks. Then I hop up once again. And then I count a total of 5 blocks across the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I very frequently use this 13 wide circle everywhere. It's there, and over there, and I probably even used it in this thing a handful of times. And I've used it in a bunch of roofs and everything else. So it's pretty well all over the place, and it looks good. So now I'm going to do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, over 1, hop up twice. Over 1, hop up once, and then over 2. Now to get this right here, it's a little tricky. Just gotta smack the corner right there, and it's where you want it to be. Kind of difficult to get that quite right sometimes. For the moment, I'm just going to chuck a torch up here. Now, let's see. Next is to put in the innards of this mess. So I'm going to use a bit of stone here. And just gonna lay one layer of stone right up across this whole thing here. Except there is a center spot here somewhere. See where my center's at. Right there. Because I'm gonna have a piece of glowstone right there. Now, this is just to help light it up a little bit. Make it look nice. And just pour a little bit of stone right over top of that. I don't want you here. Get out of the way there. Alright. Put that there. Put that there. Like so. And 2 more there. So you kind of got a continuous line of stone across this whole thing. Now next, after I whip out my more supplies, I need the same thing except for with stone brick. And I like doing it like this sometimes. Like you don't have any diagonal jumps like that. I like to often keep things, continuous like this. Kind of snakes along. Now there's one spot in this design where I will actually not do that. If you look closely across the bottom of this right here, I don't have a block right here. That is mostly so I could keep the look separate right here. I wanted this whole thing to kind of look continuous, like one piece of stone. And if I'd put blocks on those corners right there, it would have broken it up. So I'll live with that little inconsistency there. I still think it looks great. Okay, next I'm going to put in the pillars in between. Now, there's a couple different ways you could do that. You could fill in, say, like this block here and do every other from that. It would be kind of the opposite of this. But I didn't think it'd look quite right to have it immediately filled in right here. You could also use 2 wide windows or 3 wide, or you could probably even fit a whole another circular window inside of this if you really wanted to. But I really thought the slotted look looked really neat. I'll chuck a little bit of wood on here just so I can climb up here real quick and easy. So I cover all these little spots here with wood because that's the way it's going to look when it's done. There we go, and now I can get up a little easier. Now for this part, I'm just going to scaffold up a bit with some dirt. Whip out a shovel here, and see, I don't need anything else. Just my stone here. And I'll start here. Just top up a little bit there, and start throwing in some stones. Ah! Get out of here. Man, I am the king of misclicking, I tell you. Oh well. There we go. Just keep on doing that in every other spot, and it'll look the way, well, look this way anyway, the way I want it. You're free to do something different, of course. I encourage it. That's how you come up with new ideas. You take a lot of the ideas I have, I've actually seen something similar from other places, and I'll just play with the idea myself. Now other things, like pretty much everything to do with this castle, I just started playing with circles basically, and I said, oh well, here's a wall, let's just chuck a circle on it and see what it looks like. And slowly, after a whole bunch of different a whole bunch of trial and error and just playing with the idea for the longest time, I end up pretty much with this castle, So if you've never sat there and played with circles for a long time, or any other shapes that are really interesting, you could make octagons and everything else if you wanted to, I encourage you to just start playing with it, and you might end up with something really awesome after a bit. See how you can fit an octagon or a circle into a building somewhere. Because all these circles are really a extension of that sand house, the pyramid I made before that had a gigantic glass circle in the center of it. So, just one idea can slowly evolve into another one, and you end up with something of pure epic win after a while. Well, I got 3 of these built, and I'm going to go ahead and join the 4th one together. Now, you might build this slightly different because you don't have to build the outside wall. So pretty much just get yourself to the proper height and then copy whatever you got next to you, basically. Since you can just look at your reference right there. Anyway, I don't really know what to call this castle exactly. I kind of got a good imagination, but not necessarily for words. So if any of you guys come up with a good name for this castle, or maybe a good description, or something good to call my entire region, I don't even care if it's my own kingdom, I'd greatly appreciate it, and I'll probably start using it quite right away too. 3, 4, okay, and because I'm definitely open for suggestions and stuff, because I'm kind of stuck. I mean, if it was just up to me at this point, I'd call it Jungle Palace, and I really don't think that's a very imaginative name. So somebody out there, give me a hint, a clue, something. I could use some help with some naming. Now, I got lots of plans. I don't remember which ones I've mentioned at this point, but soon there's going to be an update. Well, one of these months anyway, we'll have another update to 1.3 or something like that, and we're going to have books and cocoa beans and a bunch of other things. And I got a handful of ideas of what I could do and put in this place. Like, I could build some sort of automatically harvesting cocoa bean farm. Maybe. I'm definitely going to have a library, and I'll probably fill that with books from people from all over the server. Anybody who wants to write a book, throw in there. Would be great. I might even write a book and stick it in the bathroom called Panic in the Outhouse or something. That'd be hilarious. Other than that, I'm going to see about getting a hold of some villagers to see if I can put in here, and, have one in the library. He'll be the librarian. Have a handful of servants, one in the kitchen, and some other places here and there. And, that'll also help me explore and play around with the trading that'll get added to the game later, too. So that's going to be some interesting and neat fun. Especially, it'll be good for the role-playing, because, hey, you have your own villagers living in your own castle. That's pretty kick-ass. Alright, next part up is the roof. And I gotta remember how the hell I built this thing. Okay, I think I remember now. Now, first thing I started with, I think, was laying a whole bunch of wood right on top of this, and probably extending it out a square or two. So let me get my butt up here. There we go. And just put this up here, right across the top. 2 blocks here. And pretty sure I've got at least 1 block sticking out this direction. I probably did the same thing as I did with this bit of roof right here, as in I put 1 here, and then I put 2 there. And I probably stuck this one out 3. Like that. And this top one was probably sticking out by 4. Well, I can probably zoom in over here and count the blocks, probably. So this is 3 at this point, and there's 4. So yeah, this top one should be sticking out 4 at this point. And I have to pop that torch out of the way and stuff in a bit. Oh, God. This is why I keep stacks and stacks of lumber on me for the roof. It takes so much wood. See, I need more torches, because this is going to get dark. There we go. And of course, it seems half the time I'm shooting, it's either nighttime or raining. Oh well, at least there's enough light you can see what I'm doing this time around. I hope. Alrighty. So, see, after this, I think I'm going to change a little something from what I did on the other roof, maybe. I'm going to make this roof turn out on the inside the way I want it to be, and I'll probably change that one to mirror it, because I looked inside of that roof over there from the inside, and it's got a couple things in it that I might consider changing. So I'm going to try to make it right with this roof. and we'll see how it goes. Alright, that's about right. Now, a couple more blocks here. Alright, now other things I was going to put in this castle is I found a fantastic tutorial on how to build a portcullis, or basically a alright, think of an old castle, like the 1600s or something, Dark Age kind of castle, and they would have a big door on it that kind of looked like fences, basically. And you could raise and lower the door, and it would just go straight up or straight down. Somebody made a very fantastic tutorial on how to do that, and I'm going to build it. And I will probably show how I build it, but definitely link the original tutorial, because they probably are going to do a better job at explaining how it works than I will. And it's going to go over here. So this is going to be a front entrance right here, but first I'm going to be building a gigantic, center tower right here that'll connect these two sides. And let's see, what else? I gotta still build my living quarters, library. One of these branches here is going to be like kind of a hangout place in a jungly setting. Well, I got a lot of jungle here, but I'm saying like my own personal internal garden, basically. And let's see, what else? Drop a torch here. And see, I got the basement to build. I got rail tracks to go to different various locations. For instance, I'd like a direct rail track to my spawner. I don't want this there. And let's see, storage system. I'd like to figure out how to build a storage system where I can just press a button and it'll give me a new cart to store stuff in. I would only use that, like a handful of those carts, say 3 to 5, for like a very often used item that I store a lot of, like stone brick and smooth stone and cobble, for instance, because I have several chests of those and I'm always running out. But I don't want to have, say, a whole wall full of cobble chests or something. I like to have like one spot for it. I hit a button and then I get a new chest full or empty, depending on how I'm putting it in there. See, I got a kitchen to build. I already mentioned the library. And that's all I've got the ideas for at the moment. And I'll come up with more ideas as I go along. Probably before I put in like the internal structure of this place. Like, did I screw this up? I don't think so. Before I put in the internal mess of this place, for instance, all those rooms I just mentioned, I need to stick a portal to town in here someplace. It's probably just going to be out over here in front of the castle a little ways, and that way you can take a quick travel portal from town, a spawn town, and easily get here, and you don't have to hoof it for 500 blocks from the nearest portal, or hoof it some 3,000 or 4,000 blocks from spawn town if you didn't know there was a portal. I feel sorry for anybody that made that track. And yeah, because I really love to have visitors, to be honest. A lot of my fans have come on, and I love giving tours of this place. And I'll show them everything. I've showed them everything I got, pretty much, everything I've built. And if you come on the server and come by my place and I'm on, I'll give you a tour of what I'm working on now that hasn't made it to YouTube yet, even. Quite a few people here have seen some of my stuff that, let's just say I built like a week ago, according to your time, and it's just now hit YouTube. And so, you can get a good sneak preview of what I'm working on if you come on and say, hey, Andercon, I'd like to stop by your place. I'm like, oh yeah, sure, come on over. Or, you know, I might be in the middle of something and tell you to wait a little bit or something. But most of the time, I'm not particularly busy unless I'm in the middle of shooting a video. And then, yeah, you can come right over and I'll be glad to give a tour. Crap, I don't even know if it doesn't even matter if I don't know you or have never met you before. I love giving tours of this place. So I got so many new people that come on and just, you know, I invite them over. And somebody said that they were a fan of mine. I'll just, you know, invite them right on it. What the hell am I doing? I don't want this wood here at all. I am engrossed in my speaking and forgetting what I'm doing. Alright, let's cut this back a bit. And I gotta concentrate on the next bit of what I'm doing here. The next part is raising the roof. I was thinking I was putting this thing in like I was putting in the flat roofs for some reason. Got used to building those. I built so many of them. Get you out of there. Okay. Let me think. At this point, what did I do next? I'm probably gonna have to go look at this again. Because I gotta figure out what I did next. Let's take a look. Alright, this is the finished one, and over here is the hilarious looking unfinished one. What the hell? It kind of looks like it had his ears or something. Now, I know this block here is an extra, and so is this one. It isn't supposed to be there yet. Alright, so I believe... Okay, this is right over top of the hole at this point. This one is not. Let's see. What have I got going on over here? Now, where's my edge? That's not an edge yet. Okay, there's my edge. And so I got a flat spot there. Okay. And it's raised up a bit. Oh, okay, I think I see. And this is probably the part I wanted to change a bit, but I don't know if I will or not. It looks pretty good as it is. For all of them except right here, apparently, I have this whole entire roof going in a block instead of, you know, going flush. Okay, that's probably what I need to get going then. Alright, there we go. Ha ha ha! I see what I did wrong. There's a couple blocks right here, where that's indented, that I put in that weren't supposed to be there. I believe those blocks are right here. Yep. Alright, this ain't supposed to be there! Get out of the way. I'll have to just do this. Alrighty. You. Down. Out. Okay, I think it was this that gets extended out a little bit. Let's take a look here. Even with the third block up. Okay, yeah, this just goes like this right here. And that. I'll have to fix that all the way around. But in the meantime, see, next step was putting this inside one block. Everywhere up to right there, I think. And I stopped there. So just chuck a block here. And right here. And one right there. Okay. I do that all the way around. I got my corners fixed, and the top of this is where I want it. Okay, next up, throw in some blocks here and there. I'm going to use a little bit of this for, well, scaffolding, block placement, whatever. And do it like that. See, I also need 3 blocks across this right here. And I know I need 2 blocks right here. Like so. And, see, I need this here and there. And, hopefully this will turn out alright. Sometimes these roofs, they take more than one try to get them right. It's complicated. It's always so complicated. Okay, is this right? Maybe. Yes, it's correct. Let's put that there. And then this here, and then that there, and all the way across again. Anyway, whilst I do this, and hopefully not screw it up too royally while I talk, see, one of my visitors I had over today said my roofs were so sexy she wanted to have my roofs babies. That is hilarious. And then she suggested that I ought to name this episode "How to Sexify My Roof," or something like that. Hilarious, but no, I ain't gonna do that. Some of the weird people I get on the server, jeez. Yeah, that was Kristen Eyeface. She's hilarious and fun to talk to be honest. And her sister Julie is too. I really like playing with those two. And we got a lot of fun and funny people on this server. I really love it here. Hey, you, get out of there. And there we go. And there's quite a few amazing builders too. Some known for their redstoning, some known for their incredibly epic builds, and a whole bunch of people that are just known for being crazy. I probably fall under that category myself, to be honest. Yeah. I'm a bit of a nut job. Alright, get this done here. I went to get some more wood. Yeah. And we're gonna continue on the next layer of this thing. And I'm gonna go start by chucking my wood right here. Now, you gotta sometimes I just like to throw my wood all over the place, just wave it around a little bit. Anyway, right here, I'm on this level right here. Now, normally, if you wanted to just get this thing going correctly, it's basically like 2 circles on top of each other at this point, because I'm making the roof raise quickly at this point. First it was 1 layer just to get it going, and then a second layer of 2 circles on top of each other. That'll make it raise a little quicker. However, as a little smoothing technique, I popped the corner off right here of these little corners here. It'll make it look nicer when you're done. Now you could either do that now, or you could do that later. Either way, it gets done. Other things I end up doing is I end up putting a block there and there, but we'll get to that. I'll put that on last. So, I gotta chuck some blocks here and now. Pretty much right over top of the next hole in the list, pretty much. And, well, this one's really simple, isn't it? Huh? This is just the corner pieces and 3 pieces of wood right here. Oh, that's quite simple. Next. Alright. And on this list, well, list, my ass. Ain't got a list. Let's just cover holes. That's what we do here. We cover holes. Alright, still goes up 2. I don't start going up 3 at a time until... when do I start doing that? Kind of looks like I don't start doing that till near the end. I might have to look on the inside of that tower, because the outside's kind of deceiving. Find my shift key here. See this? Yeah, this is still 1 high. Alright, this thing still goes up 2. And, simple enough, I think. I just gotta throw a block here. Zoom. Let's see, what else? Yeah, it just jumps up 2. Alright, yeah, this is right. Okay. Put this there, that there, and, this here. Yeah. Anyway, something funny had happened to me today. At least I thought it was funny. I went to a buffet today. It was a really good buffet called, Jumbo Buffet, and stuffed myself silly. I didn't mean to. It's just that, well, I went and had my fill, and then my wife was like, "Oh, I can't eat anymore," and she had like a freaking plate of food just sitting there, mostly untouched. And it was sushi, and I really like sushi. I just couldn't leave it alone. I had to eat it. So it took me 5 minutes to waddle back to my car. I was like, "Oh God, I can't hardly walk. Oh, I feel sick. Oh." And then I got back home finally. And you know what I missed? I wanted somebody from Britain to say, "There's another goddamn fat American bastard." Nobody said it. I wanted somebody to just, to be kind of a smart ass when I got back and said I went to a buffet and just stuffed myself till I couldn't walk. And it didn't happen. Why? I was looking forward to it when I came home. Oh well. The things that happen to you in life. Anyway, see, this is too tall here, and I think this is probably the one I need to go check. I don't know if I start hitting 3 tall on this one or the next one up. So I'll go ahead and make it 2 tall and refer back, and then we'll find out. Yeah, this is pretty simple. Just say 3 blocks, and then 3 more blocks there, right over the next hole. Reaction. Well, I looked back at the roof, and no, I don't start hitting 3 tall right away. So this one is 2 tall, and the next one is, well, honestly, that's pretty much where I start hitting 3 tall, in a sort of a way, kinda-ish, you'll see in a moment. Pretty much this is like building a 3 tall, except for with the corners cut off. So it's really like 2 tall with 4 extra blocks on the top. Either way, glass half empty, glass full, half full, whichever way you want to look at it. We're at the end. Okay, now at this point, I got 3 glowstone blocks on the top over there, and they're not inset in here. It's just sitting here like so. And that's that. Now, there's a little bit extra detail to do to this roof. Let me whip out a little bit of wood. Yeah, and we'll do the detail. Pretty much, I'm standing on this top block here, and I drop down, and I place a block. Several times. All the way to the bottom, just like so. And I think that's about it, to be honest. Just keep on doing that. And where we want to be, I think that's all I gotta do. Anyway, after that, I'll move this out of the way. We'll get a nice good view of what this looks like from a distance and from underneath. Let's see. I hope everything's correct. Oh yeah, I also gotta place torches. Now, there we go. Yeah, this is correct. I'll just drop down here. I like to place my torches in very strategic spots on here. I would like to slab the entire roof, but at the current Minecraft version that I'm playing on, 1.2.5, there are only wooden half slabs for the regular wood. Now, the next major release will have half slabs for this jungle wood. And maybe then, if I really feel like it, or if I felt it was necessary, I'll come back and just lay a slab on top of all these blocks. The only reason why I would even want to do that, or why you would light up your roof to begin with, is just so you don't, take a walk outside and then 10,000 mobs just come flying off your roof on top of your head. It happens sometimes. It's no fun. Alright, now I just gotta double check, because honestly it kind of looks like I might want a block right here. I'm just gonna mirror what I got over here. Let's take a quick look. Nope, I don't have a block right there, because it would have been right there. So, if you feel like making a roof like this here, if you really want, you can chuck a block there and see what it looks like. I'm going to leave it without, because I think this looks good as it is. So, last thing to do is torch it up. Take a look. Alright, torched around that block there, and then, okay, I'll just start there. Right here. And then it was 2 blocks from the edge, right in the center, and this is my way down. Get rid of this. Torch there. That one's already in the right spot. Wrong spot there. Okay, you guys out. Out. Get out of here. Got off my roof. And, oh, that's in the wrong spot too. Alright, next. Zoom. Let's see, I gotta jump up. So 1, 2, 3. On the top of the 3rd block here. So 1, 2. Alright, this one I got like that. Dirt. Get out of here. Get off my roof. No dirt on the roof. Okay. No. Here. Yes. Okay, and this is going to be pretty much it. And you'll have, if you follow this particular design, you'll have one epic roof of doom. And it's sure to make everybody envious. Now, I actually try to inspire everybody, and that's why I'm making these videos, to pretty much to give you a bit of a tutorial on how to make a roof like this if you so wanted to. And because I don't really want to hog all the glory here, I want other people to have nice things too. See, I got some on the sides, don't I? No, I don't. Huh. I guess that was it. Alright, now to get the... Well, crap. If you wanted a distance shot, I can just look at this one over here. Even looking at it all video. It's the exact same. It looks like this. It looks like that too. So, yeah, let's just look at it from underneath. I try not to fall to my death. Well, actually, yes. Let's fall to my death. Nah, not really. I got feather falling boots on. I ain't gonna die. Now, that's interesting. So one of my local neighbors here must have came by and just, you know, did something funny. Well, alright, there's a zoom. This is what it looks like from underneath. It's not particularly well lit up in there. Maybe I'll go chuck some torches here and there on it, on these pillars on the inside. And, let's see what that looks like. Alright, well, I lit it up, and now we're ready for the big reveal. That looks pretty nice. Zoom. Yeah, 4 torches does the trick, and you can see in there quite nicely now. That looks quite fantastic. And, yeah, that's truly epic. Damn. Anyway, as far as these slots go up in here, see these right here? I don't know if I'm going to leave those empty, or if I'm going to put fences or something there. As far as these big circles go, some of them, like the internal ones, I'll probably leave empty. But the external ones, I'm going to put something in there. Probably like designs with stairs or something. I turned a whole bunch of different ways to make it look neat. And some of them, some fences in there too. I don't usually use much glass. I don't really care for the look of glass, especially in default. And, you know, I just prefer to use other building materials if possible. So here's my last design here. I might light this up a little bit more too, but we'll see. And I think that's about it. Well, join me next time, and I'm going to continue building on this place, because next time I've got a gigantic building to put right in the center right here where this lake is. So, see you later.